Lesson 13, the Global South. Global North may refer to countries that are geographically in the northern hemisphere or to countries that are developed or developed already. While Global South may refer to countries that are geographically in the southern hemisphere or to countries that are developing or still continuously nagdevelop until now. The Global South, therefore, continues to be imagined and reimagined by those who dominate it, even as movements from below reshape these constructions through resistance, by Lisandro Claudio, Locating the Global South. In earlier lessons, we discussed that the changing global landscape has made disparities in various spheres more defined, a phenomenon which creates a paradox in a world. So, sa various nga lessons nga atong gitakol, na-discuss ta og changing sa global landscape. Ni-make siya og mga differences sa spheres or more defined a phenomenon. When we say phenomenon, situation that is observed to exist or happen, which creates a paradox. When we say paradox, self-contradictory statement or proposition that when investigated or explained may prove to be well-founded or true. In a world where geographical and intellectual access have been made more possible by the advancement in technology. In the past, it would have been grueling for explorers to visit various places in the world as they were limited only by the transportation technologies they had. When say grueling or kapoy sa mga explorers nga muadto sa lain-laing lugar since limited naman ilang transportation nga naa nila. And aviation technology has made it possible for humans to be more connected. Since, diba, ang technology karon, there are many ways na makakonect ta sa atong mga loved ones. At least in principle, as it speeds up transfer from one country to other. Since we have already transportation nga airplane na makaadto ta sa atong mga loved ones na nasa naing lugar. Internet technology, on the other hand, has brought forth undefeatable access to information. Now, ang mga technology nga internet, maka-communicate, maka-video call ta sa itong mga family nga bisan na atas layo, we can still communicate nila. Which the world has not seen in the distant past. Kaya diba sa una, mag-write pa man tag letters para mapabalo na ito ang mga family, if ever, kung saan na ganahan na ito isulti. This should have, in principle, leveled off the disparities across countries. But then again, this is not always the case. While the contemporary world is arguably much better and more affluent than what we have in the past, more complex phenomena are emerging in this seemingly connected world. Even though dili man siya inatok advanced karon sa una nga panahon, but still complex ra gihapon or complex phenomena are emerging in this seemingly connected world. Since naay advantage, but still there is always have a disadvantage. Now, let's define global north and global south. The rise and evolution of capitalist society have created disparities in various spheres of life, like social, political, culture, and economic. These disparities have defined gaps between among nations that are less geographical and more socio-economic in nature. So, kato nga mga differences, namuno siya nakahatag og gaps between sa mga nations that are less geographical. In literature, on globalization and development, the term global north is used to refer to countries that are economically developed. So like kaganina, I've mentioned that global north is already developed. While the term Global South is used to pertain to countries that are economically struggling, still nag-struggle pa Japan sila sa pag-develop until now. By Audi 2010. While the common frame of reference in such a stratification is economic, there are broad indicators that distinguish economics as either Global North or Global South. Politics, technology, wealth, and demography by Audi 2010, page 340. The Global South. In his article, Locating the Global South by Claudio 2014, he discussed the nuances, or we will say a subtitle, difference in, or shade of meaning, expression, or feeling, of construing the Global South. When we say construing, by interpreting. He suggests that there is no uniform Global South, as the concept is construed both objectively and subjectively, and thus begging for academic analysis to articulate it. When we say construed, it is interpreted a word or action in a particular way. His vivid examples on how we might see and experience globalization in our daily lives from the lens of the diverging opinions and about globalization emphasize how globalization creates both affluence and poverty, and how poverty is also being globalized. His clear examples kung saan nato pagkakita or pag-experience sa globalization in our daily lives from the lens of diverging opinions, sa mga opinions about globalization. Emphasize how globalization, giyon sa globalization paghimo og affluence and poverty, and how poverty is also being globalized. Page 3 of 2016.
So this is my second topic, which is the title is, my topic is the Global South. So Claudio 2014 argued that amid this complex view on globalization, si Claudio sa 2014 ning siya argue siya sa tan-aw siya sa views, conflicts ug unsay kahimtang sa South, Global South sa globalization, unsay nahitabo sa globalization sa Global South. And then examining state and interstate inequalities is essential to understanding the Global South. So gikuan siya sa nga ang state daw kuan siya kanan inequalities, which is south of north, which is sa America is kuan gid sila kanang dato dayon, south is pobre, so wala nang patas, so inequalities, so dili patas, pobre ug dato dili pareha sila nga dato gyud dato. Ang kalahian nila inequalities is pobre ug ang dato na countries. So and then he presented three main soga, represent siya og tulo ka buok, which is first is decolonization, the second is problem of globalization, and the third is transnational. So first is the so let's discuss about first is the decolonization process produce states. So ang decolonization process produce states is Philippines o ang America is ang Philippines ano siya gasalig sa kaysa una is sa unang panahon is ang Pilipinas gisakop man na siya sa Amerika, and then ay nagbulag na independent na ang Pilipinas, ug inasara ni bulag na ang Pilipinas sa Amerika, so wa na siya gasalig. And then the is the problem of the second is the problem of globalization can be discussed and addressed at the state levels. So ang problem sa globalization is gikuan siya sa is problem sa globalization is kanang about siya sa explain siya discuss nga level ba sa economic is siya like stick level siya nga dira siya pobre o dato. So mo siya ang problem sa globalization. So transnational phenomena are outcomes of state politics. So transnational phenomena are outcomes of state politics. Transnational means mga state politics. So for example is kanang mga OFW is ang mga Pilipinas tungod sa kapobrehon mo transnational sila, so mobalhin sa laing nasod tungod kay gamay ra sila sa Pilipinas, so ato sila sa laing nasod na takong sweldo. And then economic condition in Latin America. So the second topic is the rise of global south, the Latin America experience. So there are two major trade organization, Latin America Pacific Alliance Mercosur. So naay tulo ka major Latin American Pacific Alliance Mercosur. So the first is the Pacific Alliance was founded Colombia, Mexico, Peru. It inclusive integration process and promoting participatory integration through free movement of goods, service, capital, people. So Pacific Alliance makita siya sa was founded Colombia, Mexico, o Peru. So siya process promote siya og participant participant nga para sa ilang free movement. So movement sa ilang mga goods, services. And then so si Mexico o Peru is tinabangay sila sa global economy. And then the second is Mercosur, also known as the Southern Common Market, was founded by Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Venezuela joining as subsequent members. Its regional integration process to create a common space for opportunities through competitive integration of national economies into international market. So si Argentina o for example si Argentina o si Brazil is tinabangay sila para masulod jud sila sa global market. And then Morgan Stanley in 2016 economists noted that Latin America was expected plays significance to accelerating global economy following
Phases of regionalism and degrees of regionalism. Ethnic phases of regionalism. Ethnic 1996 distinguished between old regionalism and new regionalism. So there was five regionalism. So one bipolar Cold War, and second is imposed by superpowers. Then third is focus on economic security within alignment, and the fourth is limited to political and economical goals. And last is concerned only with nation states. So new regionalism. So, napoy um, five sa new regionalism. So, first is multipolar and open to multilateral cooperations. And second is voluntary and continuous, open and inclusive. And the third is a multidimensional economic and social process. And the last is include non-state actors. So, degrees of regionalism it needs also explains that regions exist at different levels. There was there was four regions, different regions, and, uh, and one is region as a geographical unit which defines by physical boundaries, uh, like Asia as a continent. And the second is region as a social system, uh, defined by shared cultures, language, ancestry, and interactions. And the third is region as organized operations, formal institutions and agreement uh, like ASEAN. And the fourth is region as civil society, informal networks of social and cultural corporations. And the last is regions as active subjects, regions acting collectively for peace, welfare, and prosperity. Uh, Regionalism is a dynamic, flexible, and evolving phenomenon shaped by globalizations, cultural identity, political integrations, and economic integrations. It reflects how countries increasingly works together at the regional levels and address shared challenge in a complex global.
Regionalism has grown mainly after the Cold War as countries became open to working together for economic, political, and human development instead of acting alone. Nations now cooperate more within regions. Another important trend is that countries are becoming more committed their cultural identity. Re- region as a geographical unit. A region can be construed as a place, as a physical environment. Region as a social system. A region to be construed by as a as a as a con, sorry, conglomerate of a people occupying of particular space and possessing unique dynamics of interaction. Region as a organized cooperation. A region can be construed as a group of nations who agree to take part and form a formal organization. Region as a civil society. A region can be construed by as a network of cultural and sani? social linkages among countries who voluntarily take part in a cooperation among nations. Region as an acting subject. A region can be construed as a group of nations construed about peace, welfare, and pros- prospect, pros- prosperity of its people.
Ulitin.
Hindi na naulit. So, ang region as a geographical unit, a region is defined by physical feature like land, water, boundaries. Example, Asia is a region based its natural boundaries. Katong pras atong sa kuan sa sa katong West Philippine Sea. So katong China ug Philippines ilog sa boundaries sa water ug sa land. So mo to. A region as a social system. A region is made up of people who share common interaction, language, and culture. Ang region as a organized cooperation. A region is a group of countries that formally work together through organization. Ang region as a civic society. A region is a network of cultural and social connections among countries that voluntary cooperation. Ang region as a acting subject. A region acts together to promote peace, welfare, and prosperity for its people. Thank you. Regionalism. There are many regions in the world where regionalism can be observed. Asia is among these regions where regional cooperation are emergent and becoming more influential. Hernandez mentioned specific and trend which probably necessitate regional cooperation in the Asia Pacific regions. Security challenge, ecological breakdown, demands for human resources, labor migration, international terrorism, epidemics, and drug trafficking are just among the issues faced in this part of world. Drug traffic is the Asia Work Plan on securing communities against illicit drugs. Ang security challenge is the Asian Regional Forum or ARF. Ang labor migration is the Asia Forum on Migrant Labor or AFML. Ang epidemics is Asian Centre for Public Health Emergencies and Emerging Disease. Ang international terrorism is the Asia Senior Official Meeting on Transnational Crime. Ang ecological breakdown, the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance on Disease Management.
Amitabh Acharya, 2010, a professor of international relations, pointed out several criticisms that people who are skeptical to Asian regional institutions have. Skeptics think that these institutions have neither truly contribute in resolving conflict and despite people of China, Taiwan, Nokor, and India, Pakistan conflict, nor have used available mechanisms to resolve conflict, instead relying on international court of justice. Furthermore, there are no humanitarian mechanisms despite the fact the region is relatively at risk to calamities. So, it suggests these institutions haven't effectively resolved conflict, built trust, or provided humanitarian aid. Despite the region being prone to calamities, they rely on international courts instead of local solutions, and there's an increase in arms, not peace. Amidst challenge and criticism, cooperation in the Asian region remain to exist, in principle to serve the goals of its members. These cooperation are as follows. APEC or Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation or Quadania is trade and investment reduces barriers to trade and promotes investment in the Asia Pacific region. Then economic growth strengthens the economies of members countries by facilitating trade and investment. Cooperation promotes cooperation in various sectors such as technology, energy, and tourism. The kaning kedua is EAS, East Asian Summit. So cooperation promotes in sectors such as energy, education, finance, health, disaster management, and Asian connectivity. Peace and security promotes peace and security in the region through dialogue and finding solutions to issues. Then EPC, Asia Pacific Community, AAC, East Asian Community, the Asian Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Integration is aims to integrate the economies, politics, and cultures of countries in Southeast Asia, promote peace and stability in the region through dialogue and cooperation, strengthens the economies of members countries through the Asian Free Trade Asia or AFTA and other agreements. The APT or Asian Plus 3 expand cooperation between Asia and China, Japan, and South Korea. Strengthen trade and investment between Asia and the three countries. Then financial. Promote the stability in the financial sector in the region. Overall, this organization aims to provide a better future for the citizens of member countries through cooperation and unities. That's all.
So ASEAN is one of the oldest groups of countries that work together in the modern world. It helps member countries cooperate and understand each other better in today's globalized world. ASEAN shows countries can share ideas, culture, and goals to build strong partnership. However, keeping in this cooperation is not always easy because competition still exists among nations. Asian success does not depend only on leaders but also on ordinary people, especially the youth. The text asks readers to think about their vision of the future and how they can help each reach that goal. Overall, ASEAN aims to create peace, unity, and progress by working together and facing challenges as one region. So ASEAN or Association of Southeast Asian Nations as one of the oldest regional cooperation frameworks in modern times. ASEAN shows how states with shared ideologies and cultures can forge partnerships to enhance cooperation and achieve undesirable ends. However, maintaining such cooperation is challenging in a competitive world.
Now we will tackle about a word of region. Lesson 12, Global Divides. Global disparities often due to stratification, due to differing economic affluence, but can also be in other aspects of globalization. When we say global disparities, this is the differences or inequalities. But they state that often due to stratification, due to differing economic affluence like they have differences in wealth, income, and access to mga sources, and can also be in other aspects of globalization, other aspects like technology, education, and others. Across history, there have been many manifestations of stratification in different societies. When we say manifestations of stratifications, are the visible ways or equality play out in a society or kanang nag-exist rin siya ng kanang mga inequality or kanang wala nagkapantay-pantay. Social stratification is essentially the phenomenon of segregating, grouping, and ranking people based on differences in class, race, economic status, and other categories. So, when we say social stratification, pag-ranking niya siya sa mga tao based sa ilang status sa kinabuhi, if ever na sila power or wala, or katara mga ordinary people are dyan. In earlier civilizations, we hear of nobilities and commoners. When we say nobilities, katamis silang mga high social class. And commoners, mga ordinary people. The lord and the peasant, and many other social statuses and positions that embody hierarchy of power in social system. This hierarchy, especially when pushed toward the extremes, have often led to inequalities, wherein the group which possesses control over power and resources are given much privilege at the expense of those who are deprived. If ever mapadayon siya, muli din siya og inequalities between sa mga people. And when we say deprived, means lacking of essential resources or opportunities, and also the mga advantages sa mga people. This is also problematic because, in principle, humans with our intrinsic dignity and consequential rights to live and prosper should also have equitable access to resources, both material and non-material. So, like us, dapat equal or good on that. Natay mga access sa mga resources even though they have power, but also we are the same human. Unfortunately, in the contemporary world, these hierarchies remain to exist and built in different forms. So, still, ang pagka-inequality still nag-exist pa siya hanggang doon. Now we will tackle about perspectives in global stratification. There are various theories which attempt to explain the dynamics and impacts of stratification among people in the world. So na yung some theories nga ni attempt na mo explain about dynamics o ang impact sa stratification sa mga tao, especially in the context of their power to tap on resources and maximize this toward development and toward having a better quality of life sa pagdevelop o sa padung sa better na paginabuhi. So one of the theories attempting to explain pathways of development is modernization theory. Na siya isa sa theories nga ni-attempt nga mo explain sa paagi sa pag-develop. In a nutshell, this theory suggests that all societies undergo a similar process of evolution. Nag-ingon siya nga, all na society, same ra paagi sa pag-evolve. From agricultural, industrial, and urbanized and modern. That is motivated and catalyzed by internal factors. So, ang modernization theory, nag-state ra siya nga, ang all na society, same ra siya og process or paagi sa evolve from agricultural to modern. And when we say motivated and catalyzed means ma-initiate siya og process. So, process na siya. It hints that more than external influences, internal processes within states are responsible for social change. So, more than external ug internal influences and process na responsible siya sa change or when say social change.
Historical, cultural, and linguistic. So, ang Global South include this country is kuan siya og share siya og historical, cultural, o linguistic. So, historical is ang mga history. So, share gyapon siya. And then cultural, so nagkuan share pod og linguistic. So linguistic is kanang mga language, so nag-share gyapon siya. And then next is despite of challenges, many Latin American maintain generally cooperative relation with one another and continues to play an important role in the involving global south. So bisan pa man sa agian nilang mga challenge sa global economy, sa Latin America, kuan gyapon nila, gipandayon gyapon nila ang kuan cooperative, so paghiusa, and then with kuan another, so sa lain-lain paghiusa, and then di kuan continue nila para ma-involve sa global south. And then first is promote people participation and protect human rights. So pag-promote sa people is protect for human rights. And then second is ensure social welfare and social justice, especially for marginalized sectors. So examples, ensure social welfare and social justice is kanang like pagtabang sa mga pobre, then which is pagtabang sa PWD. And then protects the environment including climate, land, and natural resources. So pag-protect sa which is if naay mga panghitabo ng mga typhoon, bagyo, dapat ready nga tabang sa mga countries nga or nasod nga asa naapektuhan sa tabangan sila. Wala sila ayuda. And then strength disaster is protect the environment including climate, land. So muna siya pag-protect og sa pag-andam sa laing mga panghitabo, which is protect environment including climate is strengthen disaster preparedness, health emergency. Dapat if na disaster, dapat ready na siya. And then encourage education, creating culture and innovation. So encourage is which is mga student is mga galisod ng eskwela, so need sila i-provide of scholarship, tabangan sila pag mahuhuli. And then build caring, inclusive, and resilient Asian society. So maggama siya og caring, inclusive, resilient Asian society. Thank you. The end.
Asian Associations of Southeast Asian Nations are regional cooperation in Southeast Asia. Integration, establishment of formal processes towards collaboration or economic and social-cultural goals. So, Asian is the process of uniting the region for common goals. The Asian Economic and Social Cultural Blueprint plans for economic and social cooperation. ASEAN din. So integration is a setting of formal processes so members states work together toward shared economic and social cultural objectives. So the excerpts quotes of Narciso Ramon, a former Philippine Secretary of Foreign Affairs and one of the ASEAN founding fathers, who criticized the fragmented economies of Southeast Asia, noting that individual pursuits of limited objectives waste resources and create weakness due to dependence on advanced industrial nations. He argued ASEAN can unlock the region potential through united action. It traced early Asian regionalism to the to the 1960s Associations of Southeast Asia or ASA, formed by the Philippines, Thailand, and Malaya, which evolved into ASEAN on July 31, 1961. So, the quotes of Narciso Ramon, a former Philippine Secretary for Affairs and Asian founding father, who said Southeast Asia economies were fragmented and the ASEAN were allowed. It mentions the early regional groupings associations of Southeast Asia or ASA, which evolved into ASEAN, evolving on.
So this is my second topic, which is my topic is the Global South. So Claudio 2014 argued that amid this complex view on globalization, so si Claudio sa 2014 ning argue siya sa tan-aw siya sa views, conflicts ug unsay kahimtang sa South, Global South sa globalization, unsay nahitabo sa globalization sa Global South. And then examining state and interstate inequalities is essential to understanding the Global South. So gikuan siya sa nga ang state daw kuan siya kanang inequalities which is south of north, which is sa America is gid sila kanang dato dayon. South is pobre, so wala nang patas, so inequalities, so dili patas, pobre ug dato dili pareha sila nga dato gyud dato. Ang kalahian nila inequalities is pobre ug ang dato na countries. So and then he presented three main soga, represent siya og tulo ka buok, which is first is decolonization, the second is problem of globalization, and the third is transnational. So first is so let's discuss about first is the decolonization process produce states. So ang decolonization process produce states is Philippines o ang America is ang Philippines ano siya gasalig sa kay sa unang panahon is ang Pilipinas gisakop man na siya sa Amerika, and then naay nagbulag na independent na ang Pilipinas ug ginasara ning bulag na ang Pilipinas sa Amerika, so wa na siya gasalig. And then the second is the problem of globalization can be discussed and addressed at the state levels. So ang problem sa globalization is gikuan siya sa problem sa globalization is about siya sa explain siya discuss nga level ba sa economic is siya like level siya nga dira siya pobre o dato. So mo siya ang problem sa globalization. So transnational phenomena are outcomes of state politics. So transnational phenomena are outcomes of state politics. Transnational means state politics. So for example is kanang mga OFW is ang mga Pilipinas tungod sa kapobrehon mo transnational sila, so mobalhin sa laing nasod tungod kay gamay ra sila sa Pilipinas, so ato sila sa laing nasod na takos sweldo. And then economic condition in Latin America. So, the second topic is the rise of Global South, the Latin America experience. So, there are two major trade organization, Latin America Pacific Alliance, Mercosur. So, naay tulo ka major Latin American Pacific Alliance Mercosur. So, the first is the Pacific Alliance was founded Colombia, Mexico, Peru. It inclusive integration process and promoting participatory integration through free movement of goods, service, capital, people. So, Pacific Alliance, makita siya sa was founded Colombia, Mexico, o Peru. So, kuan siya, process, promote siya o participant para sa participant nga para sa ilang free movement. So, movement sa ilang mga goods, services. And then, so si Mexico o Peru is tinabangay sila sa global economy. And then, the second is Mercosur, also known as the Southern Common Market, was founded by Argentina, Brazil, Bolivia, Venezuela joining as subsequent members. Its regional integration process to create a common space for opportunities through competitive integration of national economies into international market. So si Argentina o for example, si Argentina o si Brazil is tinabangay sila para masulod jud sila sa global market. And then Morgan Stanley in 2016, economists noted that Latin America was expected place significance to accelerating global economy following